Good morning everybody, welcome to Immortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok Origin. And this time we're going to be talking about the Ghost build of the Warlock. So a lot of you have commented that you want to try out the Ghost build, and there are some reasons why less people are trying out the Ghost build. The first one is that the Ghost is easily countered when your enemy is not equipping any elemental cards on their armor. So if they are on neutral armor, then they're just gonna simply resist 30% of your damage. And that's because Ghost does less damage, 30% less damage on neutral element. The second one is that the Ghost build is mainly going to be used on PvP. In terms of PvE, we will be using Fire Wind, and I'm 1000% sure that in terms of long-term DPS, the Fire Wind build is gonna be the best one among all of the build of the Warlock in PvE. Now on PvP, you need level 80 Nebula so that you're going to deal good damage, and you're also gonna be effective on small-scale PvP and sometimes on large-scale PvP. So why is that? Because if you're gonna look at the Nebula path on Soul Buster, level 80 will now, when you release Alter Time, it will now immobilize enemy units. That means they're gonna be frozen or they're not gonna be able to move. And aside from that, you gain more damage on your skills. So this is gonna be effective on PvP because, you know, you're gonna lock in the enemies on the Alter Time area. And aside from that, we have the level 60 here that does more damage for the Soul Expansion. It adds Ignore Magic Defense for each Ghost Orb that you have. And you have a chance to reduce your Soul Expansion cooldown by 1 second, but it's just 10% chance. On level 20, you also have 10% chance to generate Ghost Orb. So, as compared with other Astral Signs or Emir Steers, this is just, you know, underwhelming, in my opinion, okay? The only good thing here is level 80, which gives you the capacity to immobilize enemies. Okay, so, in terms of the stats, we have the same stats as of what we have on the previous build because we're just gonna need Int, Luck, and Vitality. For our skill sets or skill build, we have 1 on Teleport, 4 on Soul Blast, 10 on Soul Barrage, 10 on Soul Expansion, 5 on White Imprison, 5 on Alter Time. And when you look at the reading spellbook, you only can put here 50 points of the skills, and the Soul Expansion already eats up 20 energy. So, you can only put 1 White Imprison since you would only need to hit the enemy once in order for you to immobilize it and deal more damage to it, so that the next Soul Expansions here will be dealing more damage to the enemy. So, that's the only combo that we have here. In terms of the settings, okay, of course, we will be using Soul Blast first. In terms of PvP, you can just take this out because you can cast it anytime, okay? But if you want, you can go and put it here. And then after that, you need to imprison the enemy, cast Alter Time. Why do you need to cast Alter Time first before Soul Expansion? That concerns our Nexus talent, okay? If you're gonna look at the Alter Time Nexus talent here, your Alter Time adds up with a 2-second duration and the Radius, and after that, you will no longer need Ghost Orb for your Alter Time, and you will be slowing enemies down with it, okay? So, by the time that you have already casted 2 Soul Blast, okay, that means your Alter Time will now be available instantly. So you need this because the Alter Time reduces the cooldown of your Soul Expansion. And that also is connected with the Divine Armament Ganbantane. Okay, so look at this. So when you refine it to +6, Soul Barrage is now triggered once every 2 seconds and increases your Ghost skill damage by 20%. When you refine your weapon to +10, It empowers every third soul barrage, increasing the damage multiplier by 200% and gives it an AoE damage capability. And everything that gets inflicted by the soul barrage takes 50% more ghost damage. Now, at plus 15, Soul Blast and Soul Expansion's damage will be increased by 30%. And whenever you are inside the Altar Time, your Soul Blast and Soul Expansion will deal more damage. Okay? On plus 18, Ghost skill damage plus 7%. So it's really important for you to cast Altar Time first before doing all of your reading spellbook, White Imprison, or even your Soul Expansion. Okay? And if you're gonna test it on build, we have already tested it on build, it doesn't produce that much damage even with the counter element present on the dummy. For example, we're going to put Ghost here, then Medium, and then Demi-Human. Okay, we don't have any specific abnormal statuses as of the moment. There you go. So what we're gonna do, this is the combo. You can just do Soul Blast, then teleport to the enemy, and then cast Altar Time, and then that's the time that you do your White Imprison, Soul Expansion, and then cast your Reading Spellbook. So that is our goal. So we have already tried this technique on PvP, and believe me, this technique on PvP can also one-hit the enemy. So I'm gonna show you a clip right now with me versus 6, one of our clients. You've already known this account, so I've tested it on his account because he has a higher PvP damage reduction and PvP damage bonus. Of course, he can still one-hit me, but by the time that I tried the combo on him, he just drops down. It's just, it's up his HP by a lot. But please take note that both of us are not on our PvP set by that time. I think we have around 900 to 1,000 difference in terms of our PvP stats. Okay? So I think this is gonna be so good, particularly on Dimension Drill, so that you could lock, mainly because you could immobilize the enemy. In terms of damage, you would now leave other players to deal the damage that you would want to deal to the enemy, but still you can really dish out a lot of numbers here. It's just that I would still rely on the Fire Wind build in terms of taking down enemies in just one skill, because the White Imprison's debuff is just lackluster in terms of amplifying the damage of the Soul Expansion. But still, I think this is gonna be so good if you try it on Dimension Drill and on other PvP maps or PvP contents. Alright? So, what do you think about this? I am only new to the Ghost build, so if you have any other input with this, you can kindly comment it down below and let's help each other build a good Warlock. Alright? So that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like, share this to your friends, and click that bell notification button to get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again on the next video. Bye-bye!
Now